But wow, look at this. We're on a couch. It's so intimate, Hushav. Why don't you snuggle over
One
here?
could say this is almost a casting couch.
Oh.
Although
Okay, who's the
it might
top?
be,
Who's
it
the
might
bottom?
be a bit messy. This is not leather.
Oh.
Anyways, Marvel is amazing.
Hushav, who are we?
We're the Underleveled podcast.
And what's your name? Why are you panicking? Hushav, I see your lip twitching, dude.
What's my name? Who am I? I'm a sharp.
I'm Bjorn.
I'm Kieran. I'm here today.
And today we're going to talk about how great Marvel is. Especially their new game, Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
Oh.
Live your life, King. I know nothing about it. You walked in 2 seconds ago and said, guys.
Guys, it's the best thing ever. I
It's-
definitely didn't sign
definitely
any contract with Marvel that says I cannot speak badly about them. My
Wait.
family are not being held in a basement right now.
I'm going to crop the video right here.
Let's see.
Marvel Rivals is the best 5v5.
Okay, what was the
on-
I
other?
kind of want to take a look. What are we looking at here, Oshav?
It's a Marvel Rivals. So basically, think Overwatch.
Yeah.
If all the Overwatch characters were reskinned to be popular Marvel heroes.
Okay, I mean,
It looks very cool.
so it's a what are they called? A 5v5 what's it?
Team deathmatch.
Team deathmatch
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay, well it's not because
It's
what
not
was-
yet out yet. It's still in
what was
early
the,
development.
was it not Marvel Snap? Well, there was another recent game with like Capcom. No, it was Capcom or just a lot of cartoon characters that people love, and it was like a
No, that was a it was DC or not Warner Brothers. It was like something multiverse.
Mm.
And it was-
multiverses.
yeah,
Multiverses was the game.
Multiverses, and it's just DC Warner Brothers answer, quote unquote answer. I mean, it's barely anything to Smash.
Yeah, but it was that kind of. So this is
No,
obviously not that.
Not
It is
that.
a.
It's not a brawl, a fighter game.
Okay, well it looks quite cool. You know.
It's a team-based PvP shooter.
Yeah. So just like I said, Overwatch 2. If somebody put a mod to make the Marvel, it looks super cool. But there was a big controversy because anybody who got an early code to play, in the contract they signed, it said they were not allowed to talk badly about the game.
Yo.
Well, look.
I mean, I
To
didn't
be
sign
devil's
it. I mean, there's
advocate,
nothing
that's
bad
fair.
about the game whatsoever.
It's so
It is going to be the
fair.
next big thing.
It's so understandable. That because you know what I've always said, Hushav.
Whatever you always said.
Well,
Marvel,
Hushav, it
Marvel
says-
is flawless.
Marvel
is flawless.
Thor: Love and Thunder, absolute cinema. Nothing bad about that movie.
I didn't
Wow.
see it.
You said good.
Or-
I mean, how,
It's okay.
how
It's
dare
okay.
you, Bjorn?
Okay, wait.
It's okay.
Save yourself.
No, I'm just saving up enough money so I can watch it 15 times in a row. Rent it every single time. Sorry, Kieran. What did you think of Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder was okay. It wasn't as good as Ragnarok. Ragnarok's way better.
It is way
Yeah,
better.
way
Was it
better.
also Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was.
Me.
Anyways, but they did eventually when news broke, Marvel did roll it back. But how can you trust what anybody says about the game now? Because like at the back of your mind, aren't you always going to be thinking, did they
Here's-
make them sign something?
Here's the problem with talking about a game I do not give a shit about is that I'm like, I don't care if the reviews are true or not because like I'm not gonna play the game regardless.
Did you never try any like Overwatch
No.
or
No.
what's that other one that has the
Hushav?
most, that I say has the Valorant?
Hushav, what games do I play? List of 3 games that I play.
But I'm saying you've never like gone out of your comfort zone and tried.
I do go out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
sometimes.
Kieran?
I don't play games anymore.
You played Fortnite for a long time though.
I did, yeah. That
Yeah,
was fun. But
I mean,
I played it
yeah,
because I
stuff.
got to play with people. I got to play with my brother. That was the
Mm.
main reason.
Yeah.
But I just...
But you
Games
did
are
like
hard, man.
Dota, so you're like familiar with like doing a team.
yeah.
So you never wanted to experience like a shooter team?
I have...
Team PvP?
4v4, like in Foo Fighters. In Fortnite,
yeah.
you can play with the squads.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like that's the most PvP I've done. And that was fun. But I was always being carried and I was never really amazing at the game.
The only PvP thing I've ever in like recent memory that I've tried where it was myself and one of our mates playing Total War. No, not Total War. Sorry.
Shogun.
Age of Empires 2 or maybe even Age of Empires 3. No, it was Age of Empires 2, 100% 2 online. We played it against each other a bunch, but then the one time we were like, oh, let's test our skills against some other people. But I still had one of the most dog shit laptops in the world. So this friend and myself.
I'm sorry, was it better than the i3 processor?
Hushaf, I need you to let me just tell my story and not make everything about yourself.
All right, carry on.
This is classic Hushaf behavior. Wow.
Why
Actually,
are you painting
I
a person of
don't-
color
I-
as the bad person?
Because as per where I went last night, I learned a lot of things about.
But yeah, you played on a dog shit computer with your
So
mates.
now you care. So my laptop was quite bad. So the moment we tried to load into this like 2v2 match, there was such bad lag that the other two in the chat were like, "Hey guys, can you fix your problems?" And then when we couldn't, they just left. And that's in recent memory. That is my only experience with like.
So has that experience now shaped your entire view of playing with other people online in a team-based game?
I'm very nervous when it comes to online. Oh, actually no, I played Sea of Thieves with other friends of ours.
Okay.
Where I had an interaction with a very French-sounding guy. I was shot onto his boat as a envoy of sorts to try and talk to him and recruit him. But negotiations broke down and he eventually killed me because I'm horrid at fighting.
Did you
Sea
go
of
in there
Thieves.
speaking German? Because that was probably a bad sign.
No. I went in doing my best Chinese accent.
Can we hear it?
Just beep it out.
I'm doing this. I'm putting the what's it? What's his name? The wrestler.
The
John
Rock.
John Cena. No, I'm putting John Cena talking about ice cream. Been chilling.
Bing chilling.
Oh yeah, he speaks man.
And Kieran, for playing like online team games, just like no desire after Dota to just like interact with other people. Like you just enjoy just playing by yourself.
I
or with, like,
like
someone
playing
you
by
know.
myself or with my like a close friend like my brother,
Yeah.
or like I don't really like hopping on with new people and doing that awkward like, hey, what's up, and then kind of like going through the game like you don't know this person. It's not for me.
Oh man, it's just so different. Like I've always wanted to, but because of my dog shit
Oh my
computer,
God.
I couldn't. Like I always wanted to make online gaming friends like that, but I was very limited by the technology of my time.
You were living.
Howard Stark.
Marvel.
See, everything is Marvel, dude.
Yeah, I signed a
And-
contract. Please let me see my kids again.
You have kids?
Aubrey, say hello to your
Not if
children.
Marvel have any say in it. Anyway, so big gaming news. We got a new Assassin's Creed coming out.
Oh, you pivoting real hard into Ass Creed. I do enjoy
Ass Creed.
Ass Creed. That's
I'm pretty sure that's like
Pull it
the
up.
Pornhub parody
no.
version.
That's the people that are deep in the community. So
deep in the Ass
deep.
Creed.
We are very deep in the Ass Creed out here. Kieran and I,
Pulling it up.
we ventured forth into the Ass Creed many a time. To my brother,
The Ass Creek.
Kieran,
It's not Mirage, right?
It was
This is the old one.
Mirage is two
Which,
two games ago.
What's it called?
Shadows.
Shadow.
just type in Japan. It'll
That's
show
so
the
much
same
cooler
thing.
than Mirage.
So, fellas, let me ask you a question.
Woo! Tell me. Hit me with it.
Do black people exist in history?
So that's such a weird. But
Because according to people on the internet, black people don't.
wait, they do.
What?
Wait, what's that stupid thing? What did we learn? There are people now.
So, yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be set in feudal Japan. We're going to be getting a samurai assassin game. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, not necessarily a samurai. It's a samurai and a ninja assassin game.
Kanochi.
Isn't assassin and a ninja the same shit?
Yeah.
No.
So-
Ninja is intel. Assassin is killing.
No, they do both.
No.
Assassins also do both.
as experts on Japanese culture, kawaii
Okay,
des,
whoa, hold up, hold up,
konnichiwa,
hold up.
my
Perhaps
God.
kimono and fedora.
And like a wazikashi, but it's obviously a different, like a butter knife.
Who calls it Attack on Titan? It's Shingogechi.
Do you know? So the original opening of Attack on Titan was German, dude.
Yeah.
Sie sind das Essen und wir sind die Jäger. Can we? Sorry, just. Can you
so
like
funny,
it? You like that one, dude?
That's
There's a weird. We've talked about this before, but like, there's a weird obsession. I find oftentimes that in anime there can be like weird things when it comes to like German or like mainland European culture in anime.
Just white people.
No, but they always got hella German names, dude. They always have.
No, it's
hella
either a
German-
really German name or it's just like a really American name. Or like English name.
John Smith.
No, we like Jessica.
Why is it okay to do the Japanese accent and not to do the Chinese accent?
Oh, I was doing a Chinese accent.
To be fair, in Japanese, like,
Don't finish that sentence. Wherever that was going, I don't think it's gonna be good.
but isn't it like mattress is literally just matresu?
Yeah. There's
And
like words
bed
like that.
is beddo.
Yeah.
And bottled water is like something water. It's so good, dude. I love it.
You're the one who's going to Japan soon. Actually, just my cousin. He's up there in Japan right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he having a great time? Is he saying Ohio? Walking around with a piece of like toast in his mouth and wearing like a
Dodging
short.
trucks left, right, and center.
Too many little J trucks, bro. Out here causing havoc. Where were we before this? Oh, ninjas. Ninjas.
Yeah, so
I was gonna say, are we allowed to watch the trailer, or are we gonna get?
no, we can watch the trailer.
We can watch the trailer.
Yeah,
Should
you
we-
wanna watch the
should I pull
trailer?
it up?
Yeah. Pull it up, Jamie.
Okay, let's do it.
So this is just gameplay trainer. Hey, anybody who's pre-ordering Assassin's Creed Shadows, don't do it. We need to
Don't
stop
do
this
it.
pre-ordering shit.
Skepticism is.
so
Oh, have you seen the
stupid.
pricing plan?
Yeah. We can take a look at that after the
Okay, well let's grab the vid.
apologies to
So I don't know if we have
audio
sound.
only.
Okay, we do have sound, but okay, can you switch it off and we're gonna do the sounds for it?
No, I'm not.
Oh
gonna do
yeah,
it.
sure.
You guys can take the lead on that.
You want? I will do it. I'll do it.
I'm signing off on this one.
What? Pick your characters.
So, am I doing the African man, the Japanese woman?
I'll do all the sound effects.
muted on YouTube.
You want to do it? Okay.
Muted on YouTube, yeah.
Let's see how that sounds.
Good luck, guys. I'm signing
ready?
off on this one.
Okay, man running through forest. He looks like a daimyo of some kind. He pulled a knife from his chest.
Oh, look at that.
He's
Beautiful
looking
wood.
around. Who is it?
Who are you? Who do you serve? No response. Whoa, look at that mist!
Okay, so we are watching the trailer now. It opens, and we're getting a bit of background on one of the playable characters of the new Assassin's Creed, Naoe.
Most likely, I think she's going to be the main character because she
Hmm.
takes up a lot of the screen time in this trailer.
Yeah, so her name is Naoe. She's going to be more on the ninjutsu user kind of side.
Kinochi.
Dude.
Why do you say it like that?
Whoa, look at these.
Okay.
Third.
Whoa.
And yeah, so she's going to be almost like the more typical assassin from back in the day, right? Member of the shadows. We live in the shadows to
Serve the lights.
Yeah.
Wait, what
I
is
got
that?
such flashbacks
Next
to
to what's it, Kage?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Eminence in the Shadows.
Eminence in the Shadows. Okay, but the other playable character, what is it? Yasuke.
It's Yasuke.
Yasuke,
A
who's
real life.
okay. No.
We'll talk about it later, but he's a real life.
loosely based on a real life, not samurai. He was never a
He
samurai.
was a
There he
samurai.
is.
He was
There
a
he is.
samurai.
He was a samurai.
He served.
We'll talk about this after.
A samurai was a specific
We'll
position.
talk about this after.
We'll talk about this after. We can talk about it during the trailer.
I don't want to disturb people from this trailer. Look how cool it
They
is.
can watch
is
the trailer.
beautiful.
Ute! Ute!
Okay, no, we had
Tell
actual
this man to fire
we
at
had
me.
other people who are descendants from samurai who were also retainers of Oda Nobunaga, who are coming out online and saying, yes, Yasuke is a samurai.
Okay, so he was actually from
He
what
is a
the only
samurai.
stuff I saw was
Because-
that he wasn't necessarily like
No,
fully part of the hierarchy, but he was highly ranked in the world and but it wasn't necessarily
so
like
samurai. samurais changed over the time periods, where later on, after Yasuke's time, samurais were only seen coming from like the higher up family, or like the families who seemed like high rank, and they were considered samurais.
Okay.
But before that time, samurais were not akin, but were similar to a soldier, but a bit higher up. So it was more.
An officer.
Yes, so more people were considered a samurai, but maybe not in the same way that samurai are thought of in later years in Japan.
Okay, so
But
where
at
does
this-
Yasuke fit in?
As a samurai, in this time period, that is a samurai.
Samurai. Okay.
But obviously they're going to be, because they take an inspiration, they'll probably do it more traditional samurai to what we know
Yeah.
in the later years of Japan.
But it also okay. So this character that we see in the trailer, right? That's Yasuke.
that is Yasuke.
Well, okay, not his like birth name, right? He was given a name
was
by
given-
the daimyo or whatever
Oh yeah, Oda Nobunaga.
that he was serving. Okay. And you can see the like Oda crest on his chest there as well, which is awesome. But basically, it is loosely based upon this like person from history, which is I'm actually. Did you do any research on whether Naoe is also kind of based on a historical figure, or is she just more generic?
Well, I don't think so. I haven't found anything on her. But maybe we'll get more information.
Oh yeah. So normally what happens is they will release their trailer for the game, and then
Not a gameplay trailer, just a
yeah,
trailer.
but normally within a month or two after that, when Ubisoft have their Ubisoft Direct or whatever it might be, they will
Ubislop.
Ubisoft. They will whatchamacallit, they will drop the gameplay and give us more like about the game, which is really, really cool. But so we won't know much more.
Yeah. So this is the first time since Syndicate where we'll be playing as two characters. Obviously in Syndicate we played as the twins Evie and Jacob, who also I think will have a similar style where Jacob was the brawler, close combat character,
Was that
and
a
Evie was a
choice?
stealth. No, you could
Because you could switch
play-
between.
yeah, you could play both.
Okay.
In later games, you could choose between playing a boy or a girl. In Odyssey, you could either choose one of the siblings,
Cassandra or
Alexio.
But
And-
I know that with like interviews they said that Cassandra was actually the intended protagonist.
Yeah. Also, her voice actor does such a better job than the male voice actor, so it's much more enjoyable to go through Odyssey playing as Cassandra.
Mm.
And then in Valhalla, I'm forgetting the main character of Valhalla. It starts with the E. Ivar. I think it was Ivar.
That is not an E.
That's an I.
It's EI.
E-I-E-I-O.
So at the beginning of the game, you can choose if you want to play Ivar as a boy or a girl, but it's canon that she is a girl.
Canon in...
In
Oh.
like Assassin's Creed official canon, but you can
Okay.
choose to play as a boy or a girl.
male or female.
Yeah. But the male voice actor is better than the female voice actor, so it's more enjoyable to do Valhalla as a.
Okay. Wait, what was the Egyptian one? Origins. Was
Was
Origins also a...
No, wasn't Origins was the one set in
That's ancient Egypt.
There was one in Rome, wasn't there?
what was Mirage?
Was it Greece?
Okay, so that was
that
Odyssey.
was Odyssey.
Rome was just the first, 6 games.
Okay.
Venice, Italy.
Yeah, that Ezio
Auditore
Differenze. From Florence.
Hmm?
I think it was Origins that was Egypt.
Origins was
Yeah.
Egypt, yeah.
And then Mirage was in Baghdad, I think it was. Yeah.
Where was the original Assassin's Creed? It was somewhere in modern day Middle East.
Yeah.
Let's find out, shall we?
Okay, well, while Kieran looks that up, two characters again. It seems we're going to be doing the same thing as Syndicate, where Naoe, if we're saying that right, she will be the stealthy character.
Mm-hmm.
And
Assassin's Creed setting is the Holy Land.
Modern day
Um,
Israel, Palestine, and Syria.
fuck Israel.
Palestine, Syria, the story. Yeah, and Altair was.
I'll tell you, Ibn La'ahad. Okay, very
and
cool.
Fighting against the Templars. So
Yeah.
cool. So cool. Just saying. Super
okay,
cool.
So
And Yasuke will be the powerhouse character.
So if you go to the website for the new Assassin's Creed, right? The thing that they're trying to do, which is different from what we've seen so far, is the world will have seasons to it.
Very nice.
What that means is, or what it's hinting at, And what they've talked about a bit, there was an interview that some Ubisoft devs did with IGN, where they talked about some of the gameplay mechanics that they want to include. And that is how different fortresses or strongholds, whatever, your infiltration will be different based on the season. For instance, if there is a river running through one of the strongholds in like the warmer seasons, you can swim, which means you can actually like go undetected by swimming through the water or like performing assassinations from the water itself. Or in winter, it'll be frozen over, which means the tactics you'll have to use are different. Same thing for walkways. In winter, there will be icicles that when you step on them, they will fall and draw the attention of the guards. Whereas in the warmer season, they will not be icicles. So that kind of stuff.
I wonder if you will be able to like wait for your preferred season, or if it'll be like story mode season.
Ooh, that's a good point. We'll hopefully find out. But also, as far as I'm aware, I think they want to use it as a way to like make people replay different parts of the game. Because like, oh, I took over this like stronghold in the summer, but now I want to see what it's like to try and do it in the winter time, which is more, honestly, that seems more Ubisoft to force players to do stuff more often, like which is like collectibles and whatever.
Yeah.
That's very much their MO.
Because I like the idea more that you spend like months analyzing this fortress and waiting for the perfect season.
Doing like a heist situation, yeah, very cool. But Ubisoft have literally never done that.
Yeah, so my thinking was it was going to be more of a story thing. Like as the story goes, the seasons change. I don't think it's gonna be cool, but like it would be much better if you can have the seasons pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they're trying something new, right? Not just putting us in a new setting with the same old mechanics. They are actually like introducing a new gameplay mechanic to it.
I mean, to be fair, like from game to game, they have changed. Like it hasn't really felt like an assassin game since.
Well, Origins. Origins was the first in the new age of like RPG-esque.
Yeah, but even then, there wasn't so much like the stealth mechanics weren't as prominent as it was in previous games. Like in Valhalla, it's basically a Viking game. That's not a knock on Valhalla.
But
I mean, Valhalla has its
just
issues.
It's just open world. Like this.
Yes, it's just open world. I will say that since they transitioned into an open world, Valhalla is probably the best open world they've done so far, where the environment is not static at all. There's always like fun things you can find, side missions.
But isn't that
events.
also like when I think of Assassin's Creed, right? I want to climb shit and assassinate people from rooftops and
so. Yeah, I was gonna follow up with this. I have not loved. I think like Assassin's Creed is at best when it's focused on like one city. So like Venice or
making it
Boston
like
or
vertical,
London.
right?
Yes.
I know that Valhalla, you just kind of you have a lot of bigger battles.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more open conflict.
Open fields.
Yeah. Whereas part of the Assassin's Creed thing is that the famous hidden blade, like where you have to chop off which finger was it? Was it your ring finger? Needs to come originally, not in more modern times.
Not from 2 going onwards.
Yeah, but like originally they had to like chop off like I think your ring finger.
Yeah.
To
one of the fingers.
To fit the like a blade properly on your hand, and that's so iconic. It's literally the like symbol for the Assassin's Creed is kind of like that hidden blade. So the fact that they just had open battles in the last Odyssey as well, but Valhalla more so.
But I do appreciate that they kept it specific to the region's time and the fighting. It would feel very forced if you have a big, bulky Viking who's trying to be stealthy all the time.
Yeah.
In trees.
No, 100. But it's also that comes down to choice of where to set it, right?
Yeah.
They're not. It's. I think we've said this before, but they're kind of just holding onto the Assassin's Creed name and making more series in that universe, even though it doesn't really make sense.
But that's what I'm really liking about the upcoming Shadows. It seems it's going to be a best of both worlds where you can do the assassin stuff with naoe and then do your powerhouse stuff that we've been able to do for the past 3 games with yasuke.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, we know literally nothing barring this like 2-minute cinematic trailer, but here's to hoping they've spent a bit longer on this game than they have on others, which is a good sign.
I think it's Studio Quebec.
It's Ubisoft
Which
Quebec.
they've been working on this game for 7 years now?
No. 3.
3?
Yeah.
I'm pretty. We can look it up. I'm pretty sure. It was
Kieran,
like 7.
Jamie, pull that up. How long have they been working on Assassin's Creed Shadows?
I don't know. I
That's a
heard
good
it in a video, so I'm gonna have to look that up. But you want to talk about some of the controversy, some of the people coming out and saying Yasuke is not real?
Well, I mean, we kind of did talk about that.
I don't think we talked a lot about the online backlash.
Well, basically, some kind of look. I'm not going to say like shitty people. They're people with opinions. But you know, it's also it's a piece of fiction. It's a literal story. It's a game.
But the only reason they are coming out and saying it is because it's a character of color that we're going to be playing as, and people are upset that black people exist in history, I guess.
Or just in it's a weird argument. It's like this purist thing of do you remember when Bridgerton introduced like black characters or more
They
black?
didn't introduce.
They increased the number of like.
No, its opening scene is like a bunch of people of all different colors and races,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even like a class thing where people of color are not as rich as people of color. Like the queen is black.
Yeah. But I know that they like I think in season 2 they introduced more people of color, just because like they wanted to have more variety in their world as well. And then even that, people who did not watch the show were like, no, this is unacceptable. We don't want this. And it's like, brother, you are not part of this. It's a work of fiction. It's fine. Relax. But Yasuke is also actually like a historical figure.
Yeah, it's a real person, and you're getting all these like racists coming up being like historical accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but like, where were you for Black Flag when we were playing as a Welshman in the Caribbean?
I mean, that isn't inaccurate.
It's not inaccurate, but they were like, if it's set in that time period, you should play as somebody from that place. And they were like, when we were in Italy, we were playing as an Italian. When we were in London, we were playing as Englishmen. I'm like, okay, but when we were in Black Flag, we were playing as a Welshman.
Yeah, fair enough. No, that's very true.
And they're entirely forgetting there's an entire other character who is Japanese who we're also going to be playing as.
And then obviously the thing is like, but she's a woman.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Kieran. What's the?
They announced their first announcement was in September of 2022.
Yes, but that is.
So I'm not sure if that's how long they've been working on it for, but
I'll find the answer and post.
Okay.
But it's got to be more than 2 years, right?
No, for sure. I'm gonna say 3-4 years max. No way it's 7.
It's got to be no ways. They would never.
They would never.
It's too long.
But yeah, so there's been a lot of people online, kind of just being a bit shit about the playable characters, but then don't play the game.
Yeah, I know. I saw a take from. I know this is your boy Kieran, but I saw a take from Asmongold.
Oh no!
It was so.
What did he say?
It's borderline racist at least, but rarely a lot of sexism in it.
Okay, are you gonna elaborate?
Yeah, so he was watching the trailer, and he went down that same tangent. Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't want a black person in Japan. Like, where's my historical accuracy?" I mean, it's a real person who lived during that time. And then he was talking about naoe. He's like, how am I supposed to believe that a woman can take down 3 or 4, like men?
I'm sorry, Asmund said this.
Yes,
dude. Does he remember the original Assassin's Creed where you would have like in every Assassin's Creed you have different classes of enemies, and there'd always be like a brute, and like later in the game you would essentially just fight 7 or 8 brutes as Ezio, who. Like he's not a small human being, but he's also like fighting a whole bunch of really well armored, really massive dudes, and all you have to do is like press a counter attack at the right time, and that'd be fine.
Days.
Like it's like I do not get that take at all. It doesn't make sense, and also like dude, the believability of this fictional world where people can travel into the like genetics of their ancestors. What?
I'm sorry. In the previous game, we played as a reincarnation of Odin.
Yeah. Also,
in Odyssey, we fought
a Medusa. Yeah. Like in the last 2 games, I don't know. Actually, in Origins, did they also engage in?
I think there was something about Anubis in there. I didn't play Origins. I can't speak to it.
The entire world of
Mirage,
Assassin's Creed is based on the Adam and Eve story, but where Adam and Eve were like
Aliens.
No, they weren't aliens.
They were advanced human race.
Yeah, but they weren't aliens.
They were basically aliens.
What? They were slaves in an advanced like version of
aliens.
Cheapers.
Just
Put
accept
that,
They
put
were-
that old school Discovery history aliens. Yeah, with the crazy hair.
Wasn't from Drunk History, hey?
No, that was an actual.
That was Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
On
the History Channel.
Oh my gosh!
Which
Can I tell you one of my
we,
favorite
yeah.
memories of Kieran right now? Is
Oh my
back in our
goodness.
final year of uni, where we were doing an archaeological
What did I
dig
do?
at near Coburg, and we would be bussed from the university out there and back every single day. We'd be there for like 8 hours, digging away, finding bones of ancient animals and stuff. And I think on one of the last few days, Kieran found, and we had one of the postdocs that was with us on this.
So you had one of
on
the
this
what?
Postdoc. It's someone who's like doing something after their doctorate.
okay,
I
okay.
think.
He was babysitting us.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure he got paid very well, and it
Yeah.
was the funniest thing because we'd meet at the school. Meet at university at like 7 a.m. Drive out to Coburg, and the moment we arrived there, the rest of us would start getting ready for the day and like getting ready to dig, and he would go off to the side, smash a coffee, have a cigarette, and then he'd just stand around and watch us. But the reason I bring this up is like one of the last couple of days where he was driving us back. I don't know how we ended up, but Kieran and him bonded on on Ancient
shit,
Aliens,
dude.
and after that, it was gone. They were
It
just
wasn't just Ancient Aliens though; it was ghosts as well.
oh
if
my
you remember.
gosh!
And I was telling ghost stories on the bus.
so funny. Oh my goodness!
Did you like get stuck next to him and just struck up a conversation? Or?
I think I was just sitting. I just somehow.
But bear in
was
mind, this
sitting
is
in the
like
front
a week. Oh, this is 2 weeks of us
Yeah.
doing this every single day.
seat. We
And
don't speak to this guy.
like we were friendly.
We say
to
hello,
him.
hello.
We were friendly, but like we weren't chatty until
Ancient
until
Aliens
Ancient
comes
Alien
up.
came up, and then these two would not shut the fuck up.
Ghosts. And I remember because like there'd be like a general murmur on the bus, like as we're going to and fro, and this day it was silence because everyone was listening to our conversation about aliens and ghosts, dude. It was
So funny.
Anyway, what a time.
But yeah. So long story short, Assassin's Creed, Shadows looks cool. I'm excited for
Very
the
excited.
main characters.
Like I said, don't
Does look
pre-order
cool.
till we see gameplay.
I'm very curious to know if they do the two characters as like you play through the entire story as one, or if you can switch independently between them for like.
I wonder because of how well GTA 5 did it, switching
Mm.
between 3, if they might do that also. I think I would really love it to be able to switch freely and not be forced for story reasons to play as one as the other.
Yeah, for sure. But we will not know until like a couple months time when Ubisoft
Yeah.
do their Ubisoft Direct.
And only game only comes out in November, so we still got plenty of time to see what they got in store for us.
Plenty
Anything
of time to
you
play
guys
through.
want to see in a new Assassin's Creed? If you could put anything in there?
I want to see a return. In the trailer we didn't see much in terms of like big cities and stuff. But I want a return to like a lot of verticality. I think I've been
Mm.
missing that in the last couple of games.
And
Valhalla-
feudal Japan has those beautiful big like
yeah,
towers
yeah.
also.
And do you know exactly what time period it was?
Let me check.
It was the time of Oda Nobunaga, but I
1457. That's
Can't
my
say.
guess. 1457. Let's see.
I can actually look.
1579.
Look, I
Yeah.
got some of the numbers. Actually,
That's what I said last week, and you're like, no.
Okay, 1579. Okay, that's not
It's
too
the
bad.
final stage of the Sengoku period
Right.
of
Yeah.
intense civil war in Japan.
Okay, so
Oda was like the man. His claim to fame is the man who nearly united the entire of Japan. Died in a fire, unfortunately.
in Total War
Betrayed.
Shogun 2.
But he was betrayed, and his where he was, his headquarters set on fire. That's how
I
he
think
died.
I watched a Netflix thing about him.
There's a lot of like
There
anime
was-
where
yeah.
like he gets reincarnated as something. I don't know if you know Drifters.
Yes. To be fair, in Drifters, they also reincarnated Hitler, which is really fucking funny.
And Hitler's like Jesus in that one.
So, Drifters was an anime from a couple years back where famous, it's an isekai, but it is famous like fighters, anyone that was involved in
Across
war,
history.
like and prominent in war and
Mm.
across human history. What would happen was, as they were about to die, they would be popped into a fantasy universe or a fantasy world, and then they would like fight for whoever summoned them essentially.
Okay.
But the main character we follow, I think, is from the Sengoku period as well. He
Yeah.
served Oda, right?
No, he didn't. He came a couple, like 100 or 150 years after.
Oh, because then he talks to Oda
Yeah.
about the fire, right? So the main character is like a famous samurai from his period. And as he's about to die, he gets reincarnated. And it's all about him learning about where he is and meeting other famous, like, martial people.
Yeah,
Fro-
a lot of like
from human
famous
history.
like Japanese generals and stuff. Who I'm
Mm.
not very familiar
But
with.
isn't Amelia Earhart and or there's a
It was Joan of Arc was in there.
yeah. So there's a lot of like just famous names, and we just come across Hitler at some point.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Like he set up an entire like society and everything. And I'm pretty sure the main bad guy is Jesus.
yeah, actually, it's been a good couple of years since this came out, but that is. Thank you for reminding me of that. That's so funny. But
That's crazy. That sounds hectic.
But yeah, so is there anything I do want to? So yeah, besides like a return to like verticality and really cool environments, I don't know if that period of Japanese history has that. They had a lot of like the towns were organized and like beautiful and stuff, but they weren't very vertical, barring the big what are they called? They're not called.
Towers?
Pagodas.
No.
Ooh,
Keep spitting out
that's a big word.
structural words to me, please. But essentially,
Not
the
architecture.
like palaces where the daimyos like sat, they like sources of their
Palace.
palace is
Palace,
a good
yeah. I
word.
mean,
yeah,
palace
yeah.
is good.
There's definitely a specific word. I'm gonna just dust off my Japanese accent to say.
I'm just gonna put Japanese palace.
It's gonna give me the direct translation.
Minecraft, Japanese castle. What's it called?
Shiro, Urojo, are fortresses.
No, that's
constructed- We're
Kieran,
not gonna-
Kieran,
we're
it's
not-
Shiro Orojo, not Orojo.
Imperial Palace. Were you thinking of the word?
Imperial
No,
Palace?
Palace is castle. That's good. Is it racist
Beautiful,
for me
look
to
at
be
this,
like,
man.
oh,
Probably whatever
because
you're gonna
it's,
ask.
because it's in Japan, it has to have a different name. It can't just be palace or like
Yeah.
or castle. Fortress is a good one. Okay, so
We're
I'm
gonna need
just,
to get you a little racist jar, and you need to put 5 rand in there every time you say something.
I'm not gonna learn. I'm never gonna learn.
But I mean, either way, beautiful.
Yeah. So
Wow.
like in that photo, you can imagine. Do you guys remember from like Assassin's Creed 2, kind of where like you would who were the bad guys in Assassin's Creed 2 and
The Pope.
Wasn't
the,
it?
the, the church.
but they had
No, it
the
wasn't-
Tudors. No, they had a specific name.
the Templars.
Yeah.
No. The surname,
Crusaders.
the surname of the people that were the bad guys at the time. Regardless,
Okay.
there was a mission where you snuck into the it wasn't the Vatican, but it was this massive fortress, and you spent like 45 minutes, put 2 hours if you're really bad like myself and kept falling off, but like scaling the outside wall and like sneaking in and stuff, and then you had the beautiful like the cathedrals where you to find like the hidden pieces of armor and stuff, where you would then do these really lengthy puzzles with
Environment
parkour
puzzles. Yeah.
to get through these massive spaces. And I'm hoping, dude, it would be so cool if they return to that in Shadows. But you wouldn't really do that then with Yasuke, because he's obviously a massive bulky character.
Yeah, you'll be doing it with naoe.
Mm.
But I'm sure he'll have his own one to find, his own environment style puzzles to find his armor or swords to improve on.
Yeah. But sorry, yeah. So that's my main thing. I think I would love to see a return to the types of interaction you have with the environments. That's something that's been missing. Yes, there's been cool stuff of like being able to climb the statues and stuff in Odyssey and whatever. But
I think pivoting to open world was probably the worst decision they made for the Assassin's game.
it's specifically for the Assassin series, it was a bad move.
Yeah.
Because it's not. It stopped being an Assassin's Creed game.
And then it just became like, for Odyssey, just a Spartan game. Valhalla, a Viking game.
Right.
Yeah.
They're kind of cashing in on like cool topical shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys?
I want them to go back to more stealth based.
Yeah, which is
that was
hopefully
gonna be
now.
my one also.
That's what I want. Where I'm sneaking around
Because
on
like
the rooftops, jumping off, stabbing people in the back of the neck, just like Altair used to do.
Yeah, dude.
Jump off the wall. I mean, come on. I want to go back to that.
That's like the thing. Like even like in Valhalla, they try to reintroduce some of that like putting your hood up so people can't see,
Mm.
or you can now sit on like benches to like blend in. But like the thing about
Oh.
being in like a dense populated town, like your London, your Boston, your Venice, was blending in with the crowd was really cool just to
Mhm.
see that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we haven't really got any of those stealth things in quite a long time. So like, yeah, that was gonna be my one. Now I need to think of something else.
Man.
No, like 100%. And I think maybe it's that like that's what they're doing by having the split characters, right? Because technically Yasuke would be the continuation of what they have been doing,
Mm.
but now it would be the return to what they did in the past. So they're kind of getting gameplay wise like a good split of like testing the waters, and maybe if all the players end up loving one side more than the other, let's say everyone's like naoe stuff is so cool because it feels like you're an assassin again, then maybe in future games people will be like, or Ubisoft will be like, actually let's people obviously seem to want the assassins back where it was.
Yeah, but I do feel like we have like two sets of fans now, depending on the time and the game that you
Yeah,
started playing
for
Assassin's
sure.
Creed. It would be cool to get back to it. I hope they are. I hope they can strike that balance, because they may.
God, do you know how bad it would be if one side just sucked ass? Imagine
It
one
would be
side,
such a chore when you have to switch over. Again, we
especially
don't
if it's
know you have to-
forced. Yeah, jeepers. I wasn't. I mean, barring the review bombing, but that was one of the big issues with. What did Naughty Dog do? It was The Last of Us 2, Part 2.
Yeah.
Where people were forced to play as this character that they didn't want to, which was, it served the overarching story and stuff, but forcing people to play a character that they don't care about is not a good way to endear people to your game, for
Mhm.
sure. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else to add about Assassin's Creed? You got something more?
I'm glad they didn't give Yasuke the traditional Killmonger hairstyle. Watch that be one of the unlockable hairstyles.
I was actually gonna say, what happens if he takes off the helmet, bro? And
No, we've seen him without the helmet.
no, but like in the late game, it's like, well, unfortunate.
Ugh.
Do you rate it's just the one artist? There's one artist that works for all the studios at the same time.
No, they're like, this is like a very cool hairstyle. This must be the only hairstyle black
to
men
be fair,
use.
okay, like just shape language wise, it is very cool. Like it has lots of cool shape to it,
Mm.
and I maybe even for animation, it is like. Kieran, maybe you can speak on this here. Do you know the hairstyle we're talking about? It's kind of like it's almost like dreads, but it's like piled on top of the head with the sides cut short.
It's a dreadlock
yeah,
top
and then
knot
it's a
with
top
blonde tips at the end.
Honestly, I don't know too much about that, but I would say
So compare that to a lot of individual dreads.
yeah. So you're working with one like solid dread instead of like 10. That's
Kind
really
of, yeah.
easier
Yeah,
to
yeah,
animate. Or to put into a physics engine and then just have it just like literally sway around.
yeah.
It's just easier, I think.
So
I think
ma-
that might be
it could be. I mean, beside like from the artistic standpoint, the shape of it is a lot better than just having one like big thing of hair. But then also from the animation standpoint, it is probably just simpler to animate that versus a lot
A
of
whole
different
bunch of hair.
strands.
Yeah.
But do you think there's gonna be the pricing? Kieran, do me a
we didn't
favor.
talk
Yeah.
about
I was
that.
actually about to ask. Do you think that we're
So,
gonna have
yeah.
to like pay for like cosmetics and stuff?
We definitely will have to.
Look
Well,
up the pricing. The pricing
let's go.
is
While Kieran pulls that up, if anybody out there has a hankering to play as a samurai right now, I got some games for you. You can go try out.
okay.
Ghost of Tsushima,
Well, I mean,
which did come out with a director's cut.
unless you're in a country that can't get PSA.
Well, you just can't get the director's cut.
Okay.
Rise of the Ronin, Sekiro, Like a Dragon, Ishin, Ninja Gaiden, Trek to Yomi, and Niao 1 and 2.
I'm sorry, Shrek to Yomi.
Trek. That's a Shrek.
It sounded like Shrek to
Shrek's always on my mind.
me. Hey, are you lost? Okay, so just quickly
No,
here.
we
We'll
found
get back to that, Hujaf, but so the basic version of the Assassin's Creed Shadows game is $70. It's going to be like 1,400 rand.
That's so much.
Then the gold edition is
What are we getting in the gold edition there?
Can you click on the gold
Yeah,
edition, please,
sure.
Kieran? So the gold edition is $110, which is literally almost 2,000 rand.
Let's see, 110.
So
Play up
what?
to 3 days
Oh,
early with
go
the
down,
gold.
go down, go
well.
down, go down.
Oh, this is
dude,
what
what
we're
is-
talking about,
What?
Maybe just click on the gold edition there and see if it just comes up with something.
No, it's
No.
not gonna. general information. Either way, so
How am I supposed to pay for something? Again, don't pre-order.
Yeah.
so it goes $70, $110, and $130,
Which is
for the Ultimate
wild.
Edition.
Or
And I think you get like some cosmetic stuff with that, or you can pay
or you can pay for their
subscription-based
Yeah.
service
Yeah.
for $18 dollars a month, which
Yeah.
is like 200. They'll probably adjust it because it's South African prices. Most places will give it slightly cheaper. Like for instance, in the US, I think you pay like $9 for, or maybe even 12 or something now for Netflix, which would amount to like 213 or 220 rand. But we only pay like 120 or 130 a month, something like that.
Also, I will say, if you are a fan of the Ubisoft games, the subscription is really worth it for the money. You get to play so many of their games.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
So you
What
get,
does Ubisoft have? Ubisoft has all the Assassin's Creeds.
Watch Dogs.
Okay, 2, no one cares about. Watch Dogs 1 is banging. Okay. What else? Jamie, pull that up.
what games does Ubisoft have?
Kieran, having you
Ubisoft-
there is so lovely. Thank you so much.
Did
for
Ubisoft
pulling-
do Dota?
No. Defense of the Ancients. That's Blizzard, my guy.
Blizzard. There we go. I'm sorry. I don't know why that symbol was just like.
I just what games did Ubisoft do?
So fun. Far
Prince
Cry.
of Persia,
Far
Far Cry.
Rainbow
Star
Six.
Wars Outlaws.
Anno. Just Dance.
Skull and
For
Bones.
Honor.
Rainbow Six. That's a big one.
Um,
Splinter
Ghost
Cell.
Recon.
Wow,
Okay.
Splinter Cell. That's a throwback.
Let's just do
Far
Far
Cry.
Cry.
Yes, they did. They did the Rayman games.
No way.
I forgot.
Rayman, dude. Remember?
No.
Okay.
Rayman 2.
Dumbasses
What's-
when they made the developers be the game testers. Of course, you're gonna fucking know how to get to the level.
So, Immortals Phoenix Rising is apparently. One of our mates has played this before, and he had quite a good time with it.
It looks really
It
cool,
is
but
a
I've never checked it out.
What's it? Breath of the Wild kind of
It's- yeah.
clone-ish. But Ubisoft does have a good couple of games. I wouldn't, because all of these games are probably going to be on the Game Pass as well, eh?
Yeah.
Xbox
Yeah.
Game Pass. In which case, just get the Game Pass.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
But yeah, the fact that the basic version is still $70, which it's going to be 1,400, 1,300 rand for a single game. That's so expensive.
No, that's 4 months of the monthly
Yeah,
payment.
just about, eh?
So
I wonder what things they have in place to stop you from getting the subscription, playing the game in that month, and then just letting your subscription run out and canceling it.
It's my thing is I don't know how much experience you guys have with Adobe products, but generally Adobe, the pricing plan, what they'll do is you can either do like a monthly once, like every month you pay this and you can cancel at any point, which is so expensive. It's like 400% of the normal like month. Or what you do is you buy a year's subscription, but you pay it monthly.
Mm.
And if you cancel before your year is up, you pay the difference of what you would have over the course of the year. That's how Adobe does their model. So maybe Ubisoft does the same thing, where it's like it is technically $18 a month, but it would be that for 12 months. So 12 times 18, 180 plus 36 is
a lot.
216.
Yeah.
I think. So your total price is $216, but it's just split up between 12. I don't know. Hushaf, do you have an answer for us?
No, I was just trying to find out what you get in each of the bundles.
Okay.
And I found here in the ultimate edition,
Which is 130.
you get to play the game 3 days early.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get the season pass,
Mm-hmm.
which includes 2 upcoming expansions,
Which is so...
and an
so
extra
stupid.
mission available at launch,
Okay.
and
So
then
here's
just a bunch of cosmetic stuff.
how unbelievably
So the game, you don't get the
frustrating.
full game.
You don't get the full game.
Imagine how
That's
crazy it is that they went and made a full game and then pulled back a couple of items to charge people extra for. Like that is
That's
that is
wild.
such scummy behavior. Oh my goodness. I get games are fucking expensive to
And they're
make.
charging like
Games are so expensive to make,
like
but
$31 more
Yep.
for that content.
no, that's ridiculous. It's more than that, hey?
Well, yeah, if you get
It's
the
60
Ultimate Edition, then it's
Yeah.
double.
So it is insane to me that you will make a finished product and then you
Which will be a buggy mess on release. I can guarantee that.
And it's all like
how the release has been
It's
for
always been
Assassin's
like that
Creed
every
recently.
time.
Okay.
every big Ubisoft's now quadruple A studio. Every time they release the game, it's always a buggy mess in the beginning.
Okay. No, that's hella frustrating. And then I think there's also some cosmetic stuff that you get in the Ultimate Edition as well.
Yeah.
Some special skins.
And you get start off with 5 extra skill points that you can use. So I assume there's going to be a skill tree again. Hopefully it's not like the Valhalla skill tree, which was very confusing. Just, guys, keep it simple. There's no need to crisscross, do that to get that. Yeah.
Okay, so recently I was just thinking about like if I were to make a game, how I do skill trees.
I'd keep it simple, like Borderlands skill
No,
trees.
dude, I love the idea of not like your trees. I don't like trees. I like the idea of it being a like a almost like a water droplet with a ripple effect going out. So you start with your one, and it's almost like a weirdly interconnected web spreading out from there, where skills can like kind of merge back up with different like parts of the tree and so on.
That's
Like,
gotta be such hell for a developer to think of.
genuinely, I think that is hell. There are games that have done it. I can't think of them right now, but just in terms of like like I love the idea of organic gaming, where things like adapt to your play style and like as you learn, it like gives you skills. Like for instance, in games where if you use a fireball spell, right, it's a basic one,
Mhm.
but the more you use it, it'll get more powerful, like over the course of you using it,
Sky.
as opposed to you investing skill points or buying a new book that'll make it stronger.
I need you to tell me a game that does this.
I don't know.
Does this game exist? Is
I'm
this game in
sure-
this room with us right now?
I'm sure if one of the like 30 people that are gonna watch this, do me a favor, do me a massive favor.
We have 80
I mean, like
people.
Oblivion had stuff like that, but
Uh,
not quite.
Not
No.
quite, but like I love that like how
Not quite.
I love
But it had,
the
like, you
idea
use your
of
sword.
organic kind of growth in video games.
Is it like, in GTA, if you always went to the gym
Yes, yes, yes.
and
So
naturally you'd get stronger, your
Mm.
muscles would increase, you'd be like, that would be visible. If you rode bikes a lot, your bike experience, like, that would go up.
driving would go up.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
For like
So
Franklin
like,
and GTA
you're saying
5,
like on
yeah.
that, like,
That kind of vibe where games adapt to the way you play. Odds are every single RPG I play, I would just end up with like high archery skill and a high
was
stealth
about
skill because I'm a coward.
is this why Horizon's your wet dream?
So good. Dude. I've talked about this before. Horizon Zero Dawn is such a great game because they just took the stealth archer thing and were like, okay, we're gonna build an entire game around being a stealth archer. But yeah, sorry, man, that was a whole sidebar. But 5 extra skill points for Assassin's Creed Shadows does not like.
So we know what we get for the Ultimate Edition. So I want to know what we get for the Gold Edition. What are they leaving out? Do you think
Well-
it's you only get the cosmetic stuff maybe in the Gold
Maybe-
Edition, and then
Maybe you get. Oh, I think. Oh wait, it's Ultimate where you get to the playing 3 days earlier. So I was watching Luke Stevens' video on this, and he was saying, the FOMO is a great
Yeah,
motivator.
FOMO, yeah.
FOMO is a phenomenal motivator, and odds are a lot of people will shell out the extra cash so that they can play the game 3 days early.
So they don't
I
miss.
wouldn't like. I would for to see a movie 3 days earlier, just because I'm so scared of spoilers. We're like, it's a game.
No, but okay, just remember where your passions lie, right? Yes, you do play video games, but there are people that have your passion for movies, but just invested into video games instead. So, and then think about all that, dude. There are people with cash to burn. Video games are luxuries, guys. Like, and the
Yeah.
people that can afford nice gaming setups and like, yes, the price is high.
for,
but it's not
for
so-
a triple A, quadruple A game.
But the fact that we're still getting Assassin's Creed games like year after year after year means that there are still a ton of people that love.
I mean, they have slowed down. Valhalla came out 3 years ago now.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple years where they released every single year or something, but they have slowed down kind of. I think Valhalla was 2 years ago, 2022. But yeah, I'm excited to see the gameplay and so on. But I'm what's it? Healthily skeptical.
2020.
Mm.
2020. Are you serious?
Because I remember they had COVID issues
but
when they were
there's-
developing.
Oh, was it Skull and Bones came out last year?
Skull and Bones came out this year.
Really? Oh, guys, we're almost halfway through the year. What Ubisoft games have come out in the last? What Assassin's Creed game has come out in the last 4 years?
Valhalla.
Yeah.
No. But between Valhalla and now, surely there was like a small a small game in between, anything like that?
So,
I think they kind of stopped doing that because they used to do that a lot during when we had all the handhelds. Then they make their own individual
Yes.
game for each handheld.
Okay. Assassin's Creed games. Oh, very nice. Cheapers.
Yeah.
2023 Mirage. Guys, Mirage came out last year.
Mirage.
Then Valhalla DLCs came out as well, 2021 through to 2022.
Was
Snuck
Mirage-
in a whole game for 2023?
Oh, but Odyssey was 2019. No. When was Odyssey? 2018.
Valhalla was
Odyssey
2021.
2018, Valhalla 2020, Mirage 2023.
Oh, 2020. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Origins was 2017.
Why does everybody forget about Mirage? Why do I forget about Mirage?
Then Rogue and Odyssey were 2018.
Cheap.
Then Valhalla was 20. So we got dropped a lot of games back to back to back to back.
There hasn't been a spin-off game for Assassin's Creed since 2018.
Which was
Assassin's Creed Rebellion.
Rebellion.
Mm.
Was that for
Android.
PSP.
for?
Android, iOS.
Okay, cheapers. Either way, so but they've dropped Valhalla DLC since, and then Mirage last year. What was the verdict on Mirage?
Didn't play.
Considering that I have no memory.
Maybe just better stuff came out. I don't know. But yeah,
This was the one that was set in Baghdad. Must have been confusing. Origins is Egypt.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just
Risha.
racist, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, judging by the way this podcast is going, it's a pretty good shout. But yeah, I think that kind of sort of rounds out our Assassin's Creed chat for today.
It was mud. It was just mud looking at the reviews.
Oh, not our chat about Assassin's Creed.
No.
But that also is kind of bringing us to the closing of our episode. We got places to be, people to see. Time is precious. So, I don't know. Any extra thoughts? Anything to add to our Assassin's Creed chat? No? You guys happy?
I think
We
that was
chatted.
good.
We chatted a bunch about it. If you have anything to add to this conversation, please feel
Ooh.
free to let us know on. If you're watching on YouTube, in the comment section down below. If you are listening to us on one of the audio platforms, you can just tweet at us or on Instagram, make a post and tag us in it and be like, hey, these poopy faces said some silly stuff about my favorite game. But yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much for listening.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the smash button. Hit the smash button.
What? Smash the like button. Follow us on our social media platforms, all that kind of stuff.
What was your
Um,
favorite Assassin's Creed? Tell us in the comments.
Yeah. I am Bjorn,
I'm Mushav.
I'm Kieran.
and this has been the Underleveled podcast. Thank you very much for
Nice.
listening.
Wow,
Now, Oh, how long are you going to keep the outro going? Because they've been going for like 4 minutes.
Who's they?
The outros. I kind of just let them play, and I like fade to
really?
black. Yeah, and all. Do you guys watch the YouTube videos?
Yes,
No.
I do.
What happens is like 2 minutes before the end of the podcast, I fade it to like just the outro screen, and we're just talking in the background.
Wow.
That's all that's happening.
That's
I watch it. Don't worry.
You do watch it. Did you like the most recent?
I
one?
always like them.
No.
I'm usually the first person to click the like button.
Hushaf, not
He always
the,
I click the like
no,
button.
No, that's not. I'm not talking about smashing the like button, dude. I'm talking about actually enjoying
the process, the creation.
Like Yusuf goes to dinner with his girlfriend, and then she's like, "Oh, did you like it?" And you're just looking for something to like hit.
Smash that like button.
Okay. Anyways, bye. Ciao. Have a
Cheers,
lovely
cheers,
day.
cheers.
Auf
Till next
Wiedersehen.
time, level up.
See ya. See ya.